Society, culture, and socialization. Society, culture, and socialization are three key ideas that help us understand how human life is organized and how people learn to live together. They are deeply connected and shape every part of our lives, from the way we speak and dress to the way we think, behave, and relate to others. Together, they form the foundation of what it means to be human and to live as part of a community. A society is a group of people who share a common territory, interact with one another, and follow shared systems of organization and rules. It is more than just a collection of individuals. It is a web of relationships that holds people together through cooperation and mutual dependence. Every society develops its own structures such as family, education, economy, religion, and government to make life organized and predictable. These structures ensure that people can live together peacefully and meet their basic needs. Without society, human beings would not survive long because our existence depends on working together. Culture, on the other hand, is what gives society its personality. It includes the beliefs, customs, language, traditions, food, clothing, music, and art that define a group of people. Culture is not something we are born with, it is learned from the environment we live in. It provides the guidelines for how to behave, what is considered right or wrong, and how to make sense of the world. For example, shaking hands may be a polite greeting in one culture but inappropriate in another. Culture gives meaning to daily life and connects people through shared values and symbols. Culture also changes over time. New technologies, ideas, and social movements constantly reshape what people value and how they live. For instance, the rise of the Internet has created a global culture where people from different parts of the world share similar lifestyles and interests. Yet local cultures still remain important because they give people a sense of identity and belonging. Socialization is the process through which people learn the culture of their society. It begins at birth and continues throughout life. Through socialization, we learn how to talk, think, behave, and interact according to the expectations of our culture. It is how children become functioning members of society. Without socialization, a person would not know how to behave properly or communicate with others. It is through this process that individuals transform from biological beings into social beings. The family is the first and most important agent of socialization. Parents and relatives teach children the basic values, language, and customs of their society. For example, they teach children to say please and thank you, to respect elders, and to follow rules. Later, schools become major agents of socialization. They teach not only academic knowledge but also discipline, cooperation, and the importance of teamwork. Teachers and classmates shape how children think and behave outside the home. Peers also play a vital role, especially during teenage years. Friends influence fashion, hobbies, and even values. This peer socialization helps individuals develop independence from their families and learn how to interact with equals. The media has become a powerful agent of socialization as well. Through television, movies, and social media, people learn about lifestyles, trends, and global events. However, media can both educate and mislead, depending on how responsibly it is used. Religion, too, is a strong force in shaping people's values and understanding of morality. It teaches compassion, honesty, and respect for others. In many societies, religious institutions have been central to forming community life and cultural identity. Workplaces, political systems, And social organizations also contribute to socialization by teaching people how to behave in professional and civic life. Through all these institutions, socialization teaches people to understand roles and expectations. It helps them adjust to society's rules and find their place in it. For example, people learn that teachers, police officers, and parents each have different roles that deserve different kinds of respect. This understanding makes social life organized and predictable. Society, culture, and socialization cannot exist without one another. Society gives structure, culture gives meaning, and socialization connects individuals to both. A society cannot survive without culture because culture provides the shared beliefs and values that hold it together. Similarly, culture cannot continue without socialization because it must be taught and passed down to new generations. Socialization is the bridge that keeps culture alive and ensures that society remains stable. When socialization breaks down, confusion and conflict often follow. People who are isolated from social contact struggle to adapt or behave in socially acceptable ways. Likewise, when societies undergo rapid cultural change, such as through globalization or migration, individuals may experience identity crises because old values clash with new ones. Understanding these processes helps us see why tolerance, communication, and cultural understanding are so important in today's interconnected world. Every society has its own mix of traditional and modern cultural elements. Some cultures value community and family ties, while others emphasize individual freedom and achievement. Neither is right or wrong, they simply reflect different historical experiences and ways of life. What matters is the balance between preserving cultural identity and being open to change. When people learn to respect other cultures, they help create harmony and mutual understanding, which are essential for peaceful coexistence. Sociologists study these relationships to understand how humans develop, how societies function, and how cultural values evolve. They find that socialization is not only about control or conformity but also about creativity and self-expression. People do not just accept culture, they also modify and reinterpret it. This constant interaction keeps societies dynamic and adaptable to new challenges. In simple terms, society is the structure we live in, culture is the meaning that fills that structure, and socialization is the lifelong process that connects us to both. Together, they shape our identities, beliefs, and behaviors. They make it possible for billions of people to share the planet and still find a sense of belonging and purpose. If you found this explanation helpful and want to learn more about sociology and human behavior, please like this video and subscribe to the channel for more educational content that helps you understand the world in a simple and meaningful way.